This is a story about a group of minions who found an enchanted box of rainbow-colored crayons. It was just an ordinary day in the minions' village. The minions were doing their usual minion stuff, causing general mayhem and accidentally destroying things while trying to figure out how they worked. But today was different because a strange box had appeared in the village and the minions couldn't resist the urge to open it. As soon as the box was opened, a bright light filled the room, and when it faded, the minions were stunned to find a set of crayons inside. The crayons were unlike anything the minions had ever seen before. They were huge, colorful, and made of pure magical energy. The minions had no idea what these crayons were or how to use them, but that didn't stop them from trying. One minion decided to take a bite out of a yellow crayon and immediately regretted it. The crayon tasted like sunshine and happiness, and the minion felt an overwhelming urge to dance. Another minion tried using a red crayon as a lipstick and strutted around the room like he was the star of a fashion show. Meanwhile, another minion was busy drawing on the walls with a green crayon and was surprised to find that the drawing started to grow and take on a life of its own. The minions were fascinated by the crayon's powers and spent the entire day experimenting with them. They drew pictures of themselves and their friends and watched in amazement as the drawings came to life. They drew flowers and trees and were delighted when the village started to bloom and become more beautiful. But the minions' fun came to an abrupt end when one of them accidentally drew a banana peel on the ground. The peel appeared so real that the other minions started slipping on it and crashing into each other. The minions panicked and tried to erase the peel with a purple crayon, but it only made things worse. The peel became bigger and more realistic, and soon the whole village was covered in banana peels. Just when the minions thought it couldn't get any worse, a giant monkey made out of pure chocolate appeared and started chasing them around the village. The minions were terrified, but they had no choice but to keep running until they used the last of the crayons to draw a cage to trap the chocolate monkey. As the sun started to set, the minions looked around to see the damage they had caused. The village was in ruins and all the flowers and trees they had drawn were wilting and disappearing. The minions felt sad and disappointed in themselves for not being able to use the crayons' powers for good. But then something magical happened. The crayons, which had been lying on the ground, started to glow. The minions gathered around them and watched as the crayons transformed into beautiful butterflies. The butterflies fluttered around the minions, leaving behind a trail of sparkling dust. And as the minions closed their eyes and breathed in the sweet scent of magic, they knew that even though the crayons were gone, the memory of their adventure would live on forever.